numbers from yesterday are that there are 9 positive cases in Foxboro. 4 individuals have recovered, and in the county there were 738 cases as of this morning. Those numbers will be updated later this afternoon. I'll be reporting back on that tomorrow morning with the latest information on that. The Health Department has frequently updated resources related to the COVID-19 pandemic at www.foxboro.ma.gov /department/health and under the COVID-19 health caption. A partial list of open restaurants in Foxboro can also be found at the same page just by scrolling down and looking for that particular topic. Operators who are interested in adding themselves to the list for open restaurants or serving takeout can contact John Robertson at jrobertson@foxboro.ma.gov in the Health Department, and he'll be happy to help you with that listing. The Health Department has heard concerns regarding essential services. State continues to issue guidance regarding essential services, and the Board of Health has been reviewing these updates on a daily basis. They are some of the things that have been identified and that are clearly not open are pet groomers, including the grooming area at Petco. Bass Pro Shops has been closed, but there is some new regulations that are being looked at to determine if in fact that should be reopened. Right now they are closed though, but they do provide curbside service, so in case anybody wants to call and ask for something, they will in fact, you can order it and they will bring it out to you. They're also open for repairs to boats at this time because that service is considered to be essential. On Tuesday, the governor announced the extension of the non-essential business closures until May 4th. That aligns with the school closing date, and an updated list of non-essential services was also released. The governor has also announced that the state, through MEMA, has requested 3 field medical stations which were approved. The first station will be stood up at the DCU Center in Worcester this week. And it's from the MRC, the Medical Reserve Corps. The latest information indicates that coronavirus testing, there are 6,620 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19 in Massachusetts, with 562 hospitalizations and 89 deaths as of yesterday at 4 o'clock. For a dynamic breakdown, and you can actually go to the MRC website, and they will actually direct you to a site which actually provides you daily information on what is going on around the state and around the world, for that matter, through the dashboard that is provided through that system. Over 46,935,000 tests have been conducted by the state public health laboratory and private testing facilities. That's great news in the sense that we're getting close to the 50,000 number that we would hope to have by now, and we're getting close to that number. We should have that probably finished by today. The state, and under the healthcare topic, the state will be opening 3 additional emergency medical facilities to be operated at the Massachusetts MEMA, Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, including the 250-bed emergency medicine facility at the DCU Center in Worcester in cooperation with UMass Memorial. The state is developing guidance for opening skilled nursing facilities exclusively for the care of COVID-19 patients, and announced a pilot program for rapid on-site testing at nursing homes and other long-term care facilities. More details will be rolling out on that program. The state has a new COVID-19 PPE procurement and donation program. Online portal streamlines procurement for personal protective equipment for healthcare providers. Procuring protective equipment for the front lines is a priority of effort, and if there are positions to provide necessary supplies or you know someone who is, please share this information so they can get the information to them as soon as possible. Get the equipment to them as soon as possible, rather. There was some unfortunate information revealed that the Soldiers' Home in Holyoke was actually the site of several cases recently. The facility superintendent has been placed on leave, and the CEO of this Western Massachusetts hospital herself, a registered nurse, has assumed the interim superintendent's role. Members of the legislature also participated in a call with COVID-19 Response Command Center yesterday, where legislators were briefed on the law actions being taken, and that will continue to monitor the situation carefully. The town of Foxboro actually has its own COVID-19 task force, which meets on Monday mornings, and will continue to do so until the situation has resolved itself. So we'll continue to keep that team in place. It's good. Just again, want to report to everyone that we went through the checklist that has been provided through the COVID-19 response team recommended by the CDC, and we actually were in a very good position, actually better than most in terms of dealing with all the situations that have evolved so far. So we're really well prepared. We're doing all the things we can and need to do, and so I think residents should be aware of the fact that we're staying ahead of the situation better than most. The workforce and employment, the governor's stay-at-home extension order includes new and updated regulations for essential businesses, and there is a new updated list frequently asked questions on the mass.gov site. Under the new guidance, hotels and short-term rentals will only be available for COVID-19 related housing, and hospitality needs cannot accept reservations for vacations or tourism. Obviously, this is not a time to be taking vacations or tourism, as the governor pointed out yesterday in his press briefing. The passage of the federal stimulus CARES Act over the weekend expanded unemployment assistance eligibility for most self-employed and independent contractor workers, but the state is still waiting guidance from the Federal Department of Labor relative to requirements for state implementation. For those who just became eligible as a result of legislation, you are urged to wait to apply until further notice, so that the system is prepared to process your request. So if you're newly eligible for that program, we want you to wait until more information is available. You can certainly stay in contact with the mass.gov site, and that will provide the latest information on how that will roll out to you. We see the education. We all know that the schools are closed until the end of until May 4th, per order of the governor. The Department of Elementary and Secondary Education sent out a letter to families today, providing additional guidance on remote learning. To read, so that is obviously something that a lot of the schools are doing. In fact, the schools in Foxboro are doing some remote learning at this point in time, and have been doing so in doing some enrichment programs as the program has continued to evolve. This weekend, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has approved DESE's request to waive the requirement that school meal sites must be located in areas where at least 50% of school lunch program participants are eligible for free and reduced price meals. Now, all school districts are distributing the meals during the school closures related to COVID-19 and focusing on the distribution of these meals to children and teens in need of them are now eligible for USDA reimbursement. So that's good news for Foxborough, because we've been doing that right along, but now we're eligible for federal reimbursement for that program. For more information on where to get meals for students during school closures, you can visit the https://meals4kids.org/school closure. That is the latest update for the latest information on that program. And as many high school students and families already know, AP testing will be held remotely this year to support students taking AP courses in their study. The College Board announced it will be offering free online review courses. So that's good news for kids looking to do that. And then additional issues of note. Today, the Senate is set to act on House 4598, an act to address the challenges faced by municipalities and state authorities resulting from COVID-19. The bill, which gives municipalities additional flexibility in adjusting services and town operations to respond to COVID-19, will then be sent to the governor for his signature. We've been waiting for that particular bill as it relates to Foxborough so that we can actually try and address how we're going to handle town meeting this year. We are in a position last night where the selectmen actually voted to indicated that they will in fact change the date for town meeting and for the date of the election. So folks should be aware of the fact that May 4th and May 11th are off now in terms of the date for the election, May 4th, and the date of town meeting of May 11th. Those dates will be moved probably to sometime in June. We've talked preliminarily about the possibility of dates of June 8th for the election and June 15th for the town meeting. So we're going to the board will be meeting on the 14th of April to finalize those actions, but that is the preliminary indication as to where we're going to be with that at this point. And also, don't forget to fill out the 2020 census form that is being sent out. And April 1st is considered to be Census Day. That is today. So we hope everyone will continue to support that effort. And if you haven't done it already, it's actually very simple to do. You can go to the 2020census.gov site, and that will provide you with information that you probably received in the mail already, indicating what your passcode is and to get into the system. And once you get into the system, it's only 9 questions. It's very simple to fill out. It takes about less than 5 minutes to complete. So I do encourage you to do that if you haven't done that already. All right, so locally, just a couple of things to bring to your attention. And as I pointed out, the dates of the town meeting and election will be moved. The Housing Coalition meeting that was originally planned for April 2nd has been moved to May 7th. And that's the Housing Coalition meeting, originally scheduled for April 2nd, meeting tomorrow night, has been moved to May 7th at this time. It may be subject to further change if we're not back up and running by that time. Schools and non-essential services have been closed by the governor until May 4th. As I pointed out earlier, just a reminder that that is the date that we're shooting for at this point. And some good news is that the Easter Bunny will be coming to town, courtesy of the Foxboro JCs. The Easter Bunny will be in town on April 4th. That's this Saturday, from 9 to 12, and he will be touring the town in a special vintage vehicle that has been offered to tour for touring purposes for the Easter Bunny, and social distancing will be kept and enforced, and kids are being asked to stay in their yards while the Easter Bunny will be driving by. So we do encourage folks to come out and see the Easter Bunny, but certainly want to do so in a safe distance so nobody gets impacted by that. And then the rabies clinic planned for this weekend has been canceled for obvious reasons, and I'm sure we'll be getting back to you with a new date as soon as we can give you one. And there'll be lots of changes that'll be forthcoming once we're back up and running in full scale. So those are the latest updates from Foxboro. I will continue to be providing these at 10 o'clock in the morning until we get through this situation. I want to remind everybody to continue to practice good hygiene. I know you probably heard it enough times, but yet a lot of us still want to make sure that you take those extra precautionary steps, and remind, and that's why we're reminding you all the time to make sure you take those steps to stay healthy. Foxboro appears to be doing a pretty good job based on the fact that we now have 9. We have only 9 cases, and hopefully that stays at that level. The governor does expect the level to increase and peak out in the next week or two. So we hope that they're saying this week is going to be a difficult week. Well, so let's hope that it won't be that difficult, and that we're doing a good job of doing all the things that we should be doing, and to keep the cases lower in Massachusetts than what is happening in other states. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care now.